They want you to think this is all just random chaos, a natural market crash. It's not. This is a coordinated, finely tuned machine, and it was built for one single purpose: to shake you out of your position. Just a few hours ago, the media was celebrating, talking about the end of the trade war. They wanted you to feel relieved, but that was just the cover story. See, while you were distracted by all their good news, they were flipping the switch. They were moving from economic fear to something way, way bigger. You have to understand this. The entire global narrative pivoted in less than 24 hours. We went from headlines about peace and trade to kinetic war. Do you really think that's a coincidence? No way. It was a deliberate, calculated move, all designed to engineer the maximum amount of fear. And here it is. This is the smoking gun. This is the exact headline they used to trigger the panic. Now, what's really incredible here is the timing. Just as the market was starting to look strong, this news breaks. This was the manufactured event they used right as Bitcoin plunged below $90,000 and XRP dipped down to $1.91. They needed a trigger for the fear, and believe me, this was it. So, here's the crucial part. The algorithm has shifted. They literally turned off the trade war anxiety program. It just wasn't working anymore. And they switched on the Kinetic War fear program. This is the mechanism, right? This is how they control the price, weaponize your emotions, and force you to sell your assets for pennies on the dollar. The timeline for the reset is moving faster than any of us expected. Look, this isn't just about watching explainers anymore. It's about making sure you're protected. You need to subscribe so you get the exit signal before they flip that final switch. You do not want to get left behind. Okay, now we're going to look behind the curtain. We are going to compare the fear they're pushing on you with what the 1% are actually doing with their money. This is the secret ledger they hope you never, ever see. So on the left, that's your ledger. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index, it's plummeted to 34. That's extreme fear. Retail is absolutely terrified. But now, look at the right. That's their ledger. The Russell 2000, which tracks the high-risk, high-reward small companies, just smashed a new all-time high. This is a confirmed pattern. We saw this in 2017 and again in 2021. When the Russell breaks out like this, alt season always follows. They are signaling maximum greed for themselves while manufacturing maximum fear for you. And this just lays the truth bare, doesn't it? This isn't a market crash. All this volatility, it's the engine of the largest wealth transfer in human history. Every single dip, every moment of this manufactured panic is your final shot to position yourself for generational wealth before the Great Reset locks this entire system down for good. So now that we can see their strategy, let's look at the map. And I want to be clear, this is not a theory. This is not speculation. This is the confirmed timeline, the technical proof that unlocks the path to the 2026 endgame. Top analysts are all confirming what these charts are telling us. What feels like a really painful crash is actually a necessary part of the machine. It's a spring mechanism. It's coiling up, building this immense pressure underneath the market. And all that pressure, it has to be released. The pain is literally part of the process. Let me just walk you through the proof right here. Look at this fractal. Step 1, you remember that painful 2021 correction, right? The 3-wave correction that shook everybody out? Okay, now step 2. Look at today's pattern. It is a perfect mirror, a perfect fractal match to that 2021 bottom. Step 3, this confirms the spring is officially loaded. The shakeout is done. And that brings us to the most important part. Step 4, the launch is now loaded. So if this fractal plays out exactly as it has before, the technical target for Bitcoin becomes $184,000. And that could happen by June. This isn't some random guess, okay? It's the projection based on this confirmed historical pattern repeating itself. Now listen to me. By the time I edit this and get it uploaded, the whales have already made their move. This platform, it's for education. But if you want to take action, you need speed. Scan this code right now and join the Telegram for breaking alerts. You will get the information the second it leaks, not hours after the fact. We are now entering the final phase. This is it, the final shakeout. This is your last chance, your last window to accumulate before the system flips. And these prices are gone forever. That window is closing fast. If you don't believe me, just look at XRP. For 190 days, it's just been moving sideways. I know it feels boring, stagnant, but that's not weakness, my friends. That is by design. This period of peak retail boredom is exactly when the smart money accumulates the most. They thrive on your impatience. And this timeline shows you what happens next. The last time we saw this exact pattern, it was followed by a 570% rally. The pattern is repeated. So you now see the machine. You know who is running it, and you know how they're doing it. But the biggest piece of this whole puzzle is when. When does that final switch actually get flipped? I break down the specific launch date in this video right here.
Stay ahead in the crypto market. Subscribe now for the latest global news and updates.